It's Trinity time again, yay! And as always, we're asking you to take a moment and like this video, comment perhaps, share perhaps, certainly subscribe to this channel. All of those things help you be part of what we're doing here, and they help us be more visible to the public. So take that moment, and when you're finished, think about what we're doing this week. It's covering. Covering is very interesting energy. If you had a brother that was just coming out of drug rehab, you might cover this person by removing all the prescription medicine from your house. That would be a very covering thing. You're acknowledging that they have a weakness. But you would also want to acknowledge their strength. You'd be like, hey, I know you can turn this around. You were such a good cook. Why don't you think about cooking school? I've got you an application. I've got you some cookbooks that you can look through. Please try out my kitchen. That would be very covering too. So you're addressing both their strengths and their weaknesses. Covering is about expanding your awareness so that you're really able to address every part of the person or situation in front of you. The things you consider strengths, the things you consider weaknesses, they are all covered. That's what we're looking for today, and I have a self-defense technique that I think will really help you get this idea. It's a very simple one, so I'm going to get my partner out here now, and we're going to talk about de-escalation. You get to a place where it looks like there might be a confrontation. I'm getting angry, I'm puffing out my chest, my fists are gripped, I'm just saying things to you. You're going to, of course, have your hands up. That's the first thing you want to do in any confrontation situation. Get those hands up. It looks very placating. It's like, I'm not trying to start anything here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not a problem. Very nice thing to do. And if you can, and if it starts to progress and I'm getting more angry and I'm like trying to take over your space, just let your hands come in and eventually let them rest right there on the person's biceps. This is what we call bicep control. Now, she's not grabbing or squeezing. She's just got her hands there in a very placating, calm down, mister sort of way. But it gives her a perfect chance to sort of feel where things are going. Because if I start to calm down and things get a little less tense, then she can just step away and everything's cool. But if she's in that position and things start to get worse and I start to grip and tense and maybe throw a punch, she's got this perfect wedge here. Like, I can't do anything beyond the elbows at this point, right? I can't get my shoulder into it, which is what I would need if I really wanted to throw a punch. So if I grab or reach for her or throw a punch, she's got this perfectly under control with this bicep control. But also, if things get too intense, for instance, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I can probably get through this in a minute. So when she feels that she's starting to lose the bicep control, she can just slide her hands up to the back of the neck. That's what they call the clinch in boxing or wrestling. And from that clinch position, you just kind of drop your weight and twist your hips and boom, you throw the person down. Almost anybody, no matter how small you are, can throw a big person down by simply using their weight on the back of the neck and then twisting their hips. It's a wonderful way to finish the technique if things go south. But all we really want to think about right now is this idea of extending and getting this bicep control. So we're here, we're placating, sorry mister, didn't mean that, not trying to start anything, can I buy you a coffee or something? And then, you know, soothing, and biceps, right there. Not gripping, not pushing, just keeping our hands locked in that position so that, go ahead, if something starts to happen, you've got this blocked off. That's covering. Thank you, Diane. It's prepared for the worst, but hoping for the best. It's covering what the person can be in their biggest moments. It's covering what they can be in their smaller, darker moments. Covering is simply that, extending your awareness so that the person or situation in front of you is totally in view. All that they bring to the table, all that they don't bring to the table. And it lets you address both ends of the spectrum from a very heartful place of bringing your expression. If you think this stuff's really cool, then you should stay tuned for